What is up, guys? We're back for another video on my business channel, and I'm trying to be more consistent, trying to upload more on a daily basis. And in today's video, right now, it is Friday, 1:21 a.m. Well, technically Thursday night, 1:21 a.m. And the reason I'm making this video is because I was just hanging out with a bunch of guys that do sales and a bunch of guys that do other things like door-to-door, things like that. Guys that are killing it, making a shit ton of money at the top of the game, doing insane amounts of money. And I was talking to them about guys under them and how, there's a lot of guys that right now are in like the solar industry or they're in life insurance or all these different types of sales, and they're coming to me to get into real estate. And I was just talking about it, and they were like, yeah, you know what, bro, like that really is the best thing a lot of these guys in sales probably could be doing, because if you're someone in sales, the skills of sales directly correlate to getting into real estate, especially wholesale real estate, which is what we help guys get into. And the thing is, not only do the skills directly go from sales into real estate, but you're already good at talking to people. And the best skill you can have with wholesaling is being good at talking to people, being good at building a relationship with someone that's selling their property. Because at the end of the day, someone is selling you their property, okay? With sales, you are selling someone something. With real estate wholesaling, you are selling someone on your service of being able to get them cash for their property and get cash in their pocket. So that's the thing that's so key here. Like, instead of you having to go knock doors or make all these calls and try and sell someone something, with real estate and wholesaling in specific, once we get a type of marketing running and you have leads coming to you, you're not having to sell anybody anything, okay? You're simply telling them like, hey, I'm interested in your property. I want to buy your property. And when you're getting that property under contract and then flipping that contract to an investor where you make 15, 20, up to, I've seen assignments up to $500,000. You're making these fat assignments on every single property, and you don't have to give that to anybody above you. Because on most of these sales things, there's always someone above you that is getting a commission of your deals. When you're doing wholesale real estate, you're using your exact skills, but you own the business yourself. You own your wholesale business. You take home all of the assignments that you get all of that. And not only that, but you're building a wholesale real estate business, you're closing deals, you run it, you own it, and you're slowly scaling up. So once you close a deal for, let's say you close your first deal, it takes you 90 days, because that's like the guys that work with us, the average person closes their deal within 90 days. Let's say you close a deal, it's 90 days. You're 90 days in, you close a deal, you make 15 grand. Reinvest that 15 grand, double down on what worked. Like in my last video, I talked about doubling down. Double down on what worked to give you that first deal. Double down on that marketing method. Whatever you did, double it, do double it. The next month, you'll probably close 2 deals, okay? Boom, double that again. Double whatever you did. You keep simply doubling your marketing, or you switch marketing methods. So you start out with SMS, then you can get into things like VAs, then you can get into things like PPC, PPL, Google. You slowly climb up the ladders of marketing once you start actually making money and closing deals, and it's literally just climbing the ladder of the business. When you start spending more money on marketing, it just becomes more predictable. So if you're spending like $20K a month on Google, you probably know that every $3,000 you spend is gonna turn into a deal. Average deal size like 14K, that's about 5X on your investment. So the thing is, just start out small. Get into this business. You've already been making all the money with sales. You've been learning all these skills of sales. Get into the business spending, like with guys that work with us, we start out a lot of them with SMS, and that's something that, the way that we run it for them and the way that we have it set up, we can get it really, really cheap. So guys can be running SMS for around like $500 a month, and running SMS with our systems at $500 a month, you should be able to close a deal within 90 days of running that. We have guys right now that are doing over 50K per month with SMS. And people don't think SMS is scalable. SMS is pretty scalable up to that 50, 60, 70K a month mark. And then from there, you either need to start hiring out or start running some different marketing method. But that's the thing, guys. And that's what, it really just got on my mind, because a lot of you sales guys, you're giving people above you so much money, and you're not really using your skills to their full potential. If you are building these sales skills, you're learning how to talk to people, you're learning how to build rapport, you're learning how to build a relationship with somebody, why would you not get into a business like wholesale real estate where you own the business, you have an easier offer to pitch. You're simply pitching someone on buying their property and getting them out of a situation, because there's a lot of sellers right now in this country that either, a family member died and they inherited a property, or they just can't afford the property. There's all these different situations that could make someone fit in the right situation for a cash offer. And all you simply are doing is giving them a cash offer, helping them get out of their situation. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're simply just explaining you're the person that can help them out with that. And then that's pretty much all you're doing. And then you get them under contract and you flip that contract to a buyer. And everyone always overplays how hard it is to find a buyer. Guys, finding a buyer in this business is the easiest part of the business. So if you're trying to get into this and you're a sales guy watching this, don't worry about finding buyers. finding buyers is the easiest part of the business. And if you guys want help finding buyers, you guys can apply to work with us down below. We have a way that we can find you buyers, all that stuff. It's really not hard. I mean, I dropped a whole like 5 to 6 episode series on this channel. If you want to go back and watch that, I forget what episode it is. I think like episode 4 or 5, I teach you how to find buyers. It's incredibly easy. Finding buyers really isn't hard. And if you're a sales guy watching this and you want to get into this business, I literally did drop a free entire course on this channel, episodes 1 through, I think I did either 5 or 6. And it gives you step-by-step exactly how to get into this business. Because seriously, like, why would you go out and knock doors all day where, yeah, you're probably making 8 grand a month. Maybe you're making 10 grand a month. Maybe you're making 15 grand a month. But the guy on top of you is probably making 100 grand a month. Like, all these door-to-door guys, you're simply just under somebody else and they're making way more money than you. Why would you not put yourself at the top, run a business like real estate, which is a skill you are going to use for the rest of your life? That's the thing. These guys working above you are the same guys coming to me saying, yo, bro, how do I put my money into real estate? Because everybody wants to be in real estate. So why would you not put yourself in the best industry you could be in, real estate, learn every skill of real estate while also making money doing so, okay? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're using your exact same skills and you're making money with real estate and you're learning all the skills you need to know of real estate. And then from there, you can start scaling up your wholesaling operation, you know, doing 2, 3, 4 deals per month, you know, making 30 to 60 grand per month. And then you scale it up, keep going. And then eventually you're like, all right, I got like 200 grand in the bank. I actually got a banger wholesale deal. I'm just gonna buy this one myself instead of giving it to an investor. And then you just flip it yourself. And that's what I've been doing. And that's how you're getting flips at the size of $100,000 to $120,000 profit per flip, which is absolutely insane. I mean, that's insane money. I had a flip that I posted a HUD for. I did like 118K in profit. Like, yeah, that's what you guys gotta understand. Like, this game is so much easier than you guys think when you actually take the right approach to it. And I'm not a salesman. I'm actually genuinely terrible at sales. I was actually talking to my business partner, Dylan, today, and he was like, bro, you suck at selling people. And that's because I do. I'm not a good salesman. So there's a lot of guys that come to us and work with us. We have a private program where we help people build a wholesale business for people. We coach them one-to-one, get them closing deals, scale them up, all that different stuff. And a lot of the guys that come into the program are better than me at sales because I never did any sales. A lot of guys that come to us that are doing the best are guys that have sales backgrounds. Like, they used to sell life insurance, or they used to work at dealerships, or they used to sell door to door. That's what a lot of our best clientele are, because those are the guys that just crush it with wholesaling. And that's another reason I'm making this video, is because those guys just somehow get the best results. Because I'm telling you, it's because you guys are so good at going to doors or talking to people and just selling them something that doesn't really make sense for them. Like, if you're going out and you're selling someone like solar or life insurance or blah, 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 like, you sound like a scammer most likely. That's the thing. Like, when you're going in with real estate, because it's an industry that is so trusted and such just a big industry, that when you're offering to buy someone's property, obviously you're not a scammer. Like, there's no way you can be seen in a bad light with that. Yeah, I was just at dinner and I was with a lot of sales guys, and then I was just looking back and realizing how many of my clients right now that are crushing and doing multiple deals per month, you know, are making 20 to 50K per month, and they're scaling up their wholesaling operations because this business is super scalable up to like 150, 200K a month mark. You really can get there, and it's not as hard as people think. The biggest thing in wholesaling is really just a knowledge gap and then a gap with marketing. And with marketing, all it really takes is capital. And then obviously you want to have the right person doing your marketing. You don't want to go out there and have one of these pay-per lead companies that scam you, or have one of these SMS companies that are going to charge you triple what you should actually be paying, because a lot of people do that. And you guys gotta understand, I mean, this business is really super simple. All you are doing is finding a seller, which a lot of you sales guys, you every single day are going out and selling people something. So all you gotta do is just find a seller that fits the qualifications of being a wholesale deal, pitch them on buying their home for cash, you helping them out, get that property under contract, and then flip it to a buyer. And then boom, you start scaling it up, you start scaling up your marketing, you start ramping it up, and it really can get to a point where you're making a shit ton of money with this business. And I really just kind of want to help a lot of sales guys out. And that's the whole goal of this video, is I hope a lot of sales guys see this. And I want you guys to understand, like, you really can crush it with wholesaling, because I've seen it time and time again. A lot of the best clients I work with are guys that were sales guys, because you guys are just simply good at talking to sellers. You're good at building a rapport. You're good at getting deals to the finish line. And if you just simply bring those skills into wholesaling and stop working under people and just own your own operation, get 100% of your deals, you're going to make 20 grand per deal. All you guys need to do is close 2 deals per month. You guys realize that, right? If you close 2 wholesale deals per month, you're making on average 28 to 40K a month profit, like, or maybe a little bit of marketing spend in there. You're running SMS, that's what, $500 a month, okay? So you're making minimum 23K a month profit, between 23K and 39K a month profit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys gotta understand, why are you working under people and you're working in a skill that isn't going to be something you're going to do your whole life? Like, if you're door knocking, or you're doing car sales, or you're doing, I don't know, life insurance, that's not something you see yourself doing for the rest of your life, right? But do you see yourself for the rest of your life closing wholesale deals, learning the business of real estate, building up capital, then start doing fix and flips. Then you're good at sourcing deals, you're good at finding deals. You can start doing development because that's a different exit strategy. If you find a good land deal, or if you find another good land deal, you could find commercial tenants because that's another exit strategy. There's all these different exit strategies. So once you get good at simply finding deals and talking to sellers and negotiating deals, you have all these different exit strategies that can last you your entire life. And then you can start obviously building up huge amounts of capital, and you can start buying doors, and then you have passive income. Real estate is simply the best business to be in. You could find a lot for 10,000. Right, I'm gonna leak it. I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of game that I'm working on right now. I have these 2 lots right now that are in an incredibly good area, right? I owned the 1 lot because I bought it because I thought it would be a good investment. The lot next to me came for sale. So now it's a double lot, right? I can simply go and pave a road. I'm not gonna give the exact price of the lot. These are like, we'll say 50K. 1 lot's 50K, the other lot's 50K. It's 100K in lots, right? I can simply go and pave a road and show, because most of the roads in this neighborhood, most of the driveways in this neighborhood are steep driveways, okay? So I can simply, now I have a double lot, so I can make a nice flat driveway, which is very uncommon in this neighborhood. And a lot of people are like, yo, I want a flat driveway. I hate having to do these steep, curvy driveways. Like, it's hard. So I can simply now, I have a double lot. I can go pave a flat driveway, and then it's on a lake. I can put a dock out there and make that little cove in the lake a little bit deeper, hit up a company, which I've already done, to dig it out, make it a little bit deeper so bigger boats can go back there. Boom. Simply right there, without even building a house on the property, just adding a road and adding a dock and digging out some water that wouldn't cost that much money. I simply can make a little over 6 figures off that deal already. I've already talked, I've done the underwriting, I've talked to even people that are interested in buying it because people have already hit me up about it. Like, just off adding a road and a dock and digging out a little bit of a cove, I can make over 6 figures on a deal. Like, that's literally printing money from, it's 2 lots that you simply are adding a road, digging, and adding a dock, and that's over 6 figures profit. And if I wanted to build a house on that and actually make it into a full-on project, which I'm thinking about doing for a series, I could make, I could probably make over $500,000 in a year just from doing that. That's one deal. Like, that's what you guys gotta understand, okay? Like, there is infinite levels to this business. So I'm telling you, sales guys, right now, if you're working under people, if you're making like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 grand a month, working under somebody, working your ass off, working long days, that's the other thing. Wholesaling only takes a few hours a day to run. You can literally do your wholesaling operation while doing whatever sales operation you're doing right now, whatever sales job you have, door-to-door, life insurance, whatever. You can literally run a whole wholesaling operation with 2 to 3 hours a day of work. While doing all of that, keep your current thing, keep running it, keep stacking money, invest that into wholesaling. You're spending 2 to 3 hours a day on this. And then once you start scaling this up and you're using the money from your other business to fund this, you start scaling this up. Let's say 2 months in, you close your first deal, you start ramping it up, you're still working your other thing. Then you're 4 months in, 5 months in now, and you're closing 2 deals per month. Boom, you can quit your other thing, toss it to the side. Now you're crushing it with this. And I don't know, it's the best industry to be in, and that's why I get a little excited about it. And the only reason some people give this industry a bad rep is because a lot of guys are teaching it wrong. The way that we teach it is the best way to do it, okay? Like, that's the way we teach is the best way to do it. This industry isn't saturated. Like, real estate is one of the biggest things, or it really is the biggest thing. Everybody needs a house. You're gonna tell me wholesale real estate is saturated? How can it ever be saturated? Do you know how many properties are getting sold every day? Do you know how many wholesale deals are happening every day? This can never be saturated. People are getting older. A lot of older people are in situations where they need to get rid of their house for cash. Like, I don't know. It's never gonna get saturated, but guys, I'm telling you right now, this is the best industry to be in. If you are a sales guy and you wanna stop working under somebody and you actually wanna own your own business and you wanna set yourself up for better in the future, and you seriously can become a millionaire doing this in less than a year. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was in college, and it's safe to say I'm definitely a millionaire now. So I'm telling you guys, it is possible. It is incredibly possible. You can become a millionaire in less than 12 months with this business model, and then you can make millions and millions of dollars in the future if you actually learn these skills, build up capital, learn the different exit strategies. It's 100% possible. And if you guys want me and my business partner Dylan to coach you along the way, build the business for you, get you set up, and help you close the deal under 90 days, which we don't sell a course or any bullshit. I don't promote anything crazy. You can look at this channel. It's a small channel. We're simply trying to build up a group of like-minded individuals that are crushing it and closing deals. So then let's say I'm trying to find a flip property. I can give you a 10K assignment, 20K assignment. I can buy your deal if you have a good deal in an area that I want to do a flip. Or let's say you need a buyer. This guy might be a buyer in the group. We're trying to build a group of guys that are just crushing it and guys that are like-minded and closing deals. We want to have a group of guys closing over 200 deals per month. So if you guys want to get into this and you are actually trying to crush it with wholesale real estate, I have a link down below. You guys can apply to be a part of the group because we're not going to take many people into it. And yeah, I'm just kind of promoting in this video because I really want to get more sales guys into this group because I'm telling you, A lot of you sales guys are gonna be the best wholesalers, and you might as well run your own operation, run your own business. So if you guys want to apply for us to build your wholesale operation, coach you one-to-one, get you going, and actually get you crushing it, and we don't take any of your deals, not one cut. We simply help you out, get you going, get you started, and help you run your marketing. We do all that. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, there's a link down below to apply, get into the group, get into the agency. But yeah, boys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I got my Instagram link down below. Drop a comment, drop a like. See you guys all in the next one. Peace out.